Row 2 will be the 52 of Brian Kaziski out of Papillion, Nebraska. On his outside from Norfolk, the 07 of Ben Sukup. Row number 3 from Malvern, Iowa, the 62 of Justin Zeitner. On his outside from Omaha, the 1 of Jake Neal. From Bloomfield, Nebraska, Chris Johnson in the 7J, and Travis Berkeley out of Wakefield in the 78 will round us out. Off at turn number 4, we are all systems go in Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1. So it will be the banker, Jay Burdick, to take the early race lead. 3 and 4 wide for a moment as they come off at turn 2. Sukup trying to use that outside line. First taker on that outside lane. Off the bottom, though, it's going to be Jay Burdick, the leader, after 1. Brian Kaziski runs second. Justin Zeitner third. Here comes Sukup, another big run for the quality sighting and roofing 07. Neal swipes the nose. Oh, and Burdick, all sorts of out of shape. He caught Kaziski, and Zeitner's going to get by both of them at the line. It's going to be a real driver's track right now. And right now, Justin Zeitner able to break ahead. Zeitner took the lead off at turn number 4. Meanwhile, Ben Sukup now dropping off the high side. Here comes Chris Johnson. Big muscle move on the inside to get around Corey Zeitner. Zeitner trying to return the favor. They're both going to get sideways, and around they go in turn 1. So, unfortunately, no love lost there between Johnson and Zeitner. The caution is out. Caution on the speedway. Chris Johnson and Corey Zeitner get together. The Johnson kind of used the elbow a bit to get off of turn number 4 to get around Zeitner. Zeitner, unfortunately, did not like that, and around he went. Rescored in 4th, and it's Jake Neal, Travis Berkeley, Corey Zeitner, and Chris Johnson. Caution lights go out. Justin Zeitner, like I said, 2-time winner in 2020, has yet to pick up his first win in 2021. We're back to green here at Off Road. I forgot to mention, with Jesse Sobbing not in attendance tonight, we will crown a second winner here at Off Road. We'll see how everything shakes out, though. Jake Neal now, first car on the outside lane. Corey Zeitner trying to follow Travis Berkeley, and Jay Burdick make contact, and something's wrong on the 78 machine. That car refuses to steer. That car did not steer. That car just went straight up the corner, and the caution out again. Travis Berkeley, I think, was looking inside, got into the side of Jay Burdick, and then the steering, I think the steering wheel may have gotten locked, and that car just did not turn.
And, it's not really that wet up there on the high side there, Anthony, so it's like, so evidently there must be something wrong with the steering because he's just sitting there, so he's going to back it up, and we'll see what happens.
Well, there you go. You see it. The tie rod is busted on the 78 machine. It looks like the right front wheel is bent in. Good buddy Larry White in the flag stand.
Hall of Famer Larry White on the flag. I saw him last night at I-80.
Yep. Nebraska Auto Racing Hall of Famer Larry White making the trip up from Lincoln to be with us tonight to serve as the flagman. Longtime flagman over at I-80 Speedway.
He can flag, let me tell you.
Well, Larry's watching it. He's got the green flag in hand, and people are all sorts of out of shape, but green flag is going to come out. I think Neal was wanting to get to the outside lane first. Everyone makes it through, and it's going to backfire on Neal. Neal will lose 2 spots out of that deal. Oh, and Zeitner was out of shape. Neal just nowhere to go, and Neal punches the fender in on Zeitner. Everyone keeps going as Neal gets shuffled to the rear. Everyone's still good and going. Justin Zeitner trying to pull ahead. Meanwhile, Brian Kaziski doing a great job holding down the second spot. Here goes Sukup now to the inside. Sukup sidesteps Kaziski for the second spot. 2 to go. Ben Sukup representing here on his home soil. Sukup, he has never won with this series, but he's had multiple great performances. White flag out. Of course, Sukup, multiple feature wins here at the Off Road Speedway in 2021. Down the backstretch they go and into 3 for the final time. Race fans, check your flag is going to fly. Here comes your winner, Justin Zeitner. He'll take Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1.
Ben Sukup will finish in second. Kaziski will finish in third. Look at that. Devin Johnson in 4th.
Then it will be followed by Jake Neal, Jay Burdick, and Corey Zeitner. But race fans, give it up for him, your winner of Speedway Motors Heat Race number 1 out of Malvern, Iowa. The driver of the Zeitner & Sons Transport, DJ's Dugout, Metro Excavating, Ditch Witch of Omaha, Cornhusker International, number 62, Justin Zeitner. Row 3 on the inside. From Plainview, Nebraska, the 36 at Jim Johnson. On his outside, it'll be the 53 out of La Vista. That is Andrew Kaziski. And rounding out the field, making his first start of 2021 with the Malvern Bank Series, out of Windside, Nebraska, the 49. That's Brock Carlson. Here we go. 7 cars, 8 fast laps. Top 16 in passing and finishing points will make up the first 8 rows in tonight's Bob Haase Memorial main event. Kurt Schroeder on the point. And we are green here in Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 2. Schroeder, he had a good run in his heat race and had a decent run over at the Maquoketa Speedway last weekend on the East Tour, trying to keep the good momentum going. Schroeder off the low side, the Newton, Iowa 15C, the leader after 1. Robert Osborne runs second. And then it's another off-road regular, Jim Johnson running third. Dylan Schmier runs fourth. How about Brock Carlson? Good run to the inside for the Windside driver. Carlson sidesteps Bill Layton for the 5th spot. It's really a driver's track out there right now. Kurt Schroeder shows the way off of turn number 2. Meanwhile, Dylan Schmier to the inside of Jim Johnson. That is for 3rd as they go into 3. Now Layton gets the inside line working. Carlson up the track, and here comes Andrew Kaziski to the inside. Kaziski able to nose ahead of Carlson at the line that time by. Schroeder continues to show the way as we close in on the halfway mark. 4 down, 4 to go. Here comes Robert Osborne. Look to the inside by the Norfolk native. Robert Osborne doesn't get many shots at the Malvern Bank Series, but he's trying to make the most of his here tonight at the Bob Haase Memorial. The Osborne Motor Stanton State Bank entry number 35, challenging Schroeder for the race lead, but Schroeder having none of it. Osborne now getting that low lane open again. Now Dylan Schmier back to the inside of Jim Johnson. That battle for 3rd hasn't calmed down at all. Schmier and Johnson back and forth. 2 laps to go from starter Larry White. Kurt Schroeder remains your leader. Robert Osborne giving him all sorts of pressure as they go into 1. Schroeder not giving up that low lane as they come off of turn 2. And now the field starts to fan out. White flag in the air. 1/4 mile to go for the 15C out of Newton, Iowa. Of course, 2 years ago, Schroeder recorded his first top 10 finish with the Malvern Bank West Series. And it looks like he wants to try to get another one here into turn number 3 of the final time. Robert Osborne with one last shot at it. Not going to happen. Kurt Schroeder wins Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 2. Osborne will take second. Then it's Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Bill Layton Jr., Andrew Kaziski, and Brock Carlson. Give it up for him, race fans. Your winner of Kaiser Manufacturing heat race number 2. He comes to us from Newton, Iowa in the Kurt Schroeder CPA Pre-Owned Autos of Des Moines Jet Trading Services CRP Services number 15C, Kurt Schroeder. Row number 3. Keep your eyes on this one. Row 3 on the inside. The current points leader from Marquette, Nebraska, the 14 of Kyle Burke. On his outside, tonight's fast qualifier and second in the point standings from Norfolk, the 04 of Tad Pospischel. And rounding out the field from West Side, Iowa, the 5K of Jeff Segabart. This is going to be a fun heat. The top 2 in the points, only 2 points separate them, and they're in row 3. Off of 4, we are green at Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 3. So it will be the Zach Attack, the leader into 1 and 2. The first time Andy Eichhoff trying to get to the outside line, but here comes the Barracuda. Ben Schaller looking to the inside. At Fleet Mark Solutions number 98. Puts the sidestep working on Zeitner, and Schaller will take the opening lap. Zach Zeitner runs second. Kyle Burke already up to 3rd. Here goes Andy Eichhoff 3 wide with Tad Pospischel as they come off at turn number 2. Advantage to the action man. Andy Eichhoff runs 3rd as they go into 3. Pospischel and Eichhoff split Burke as they go into 3, and off of 4. Now Pospischel into the 3rd spot. Kyle Burke now runs 4th. Andy Eichhoff only take on the outside line. That's going to cost him. Around goes Eichhoff. Andy Eichhoff around in turn number 1, keeps it going, and looks like we will stay green. Thank you very much, Andy, as meanwhile Zach Zeitner back in command. Zeitner got back around Schaller to take the race lead, and now he's starting to pull away. He's the only Zeitner in the field who has yet to win a Malvern Bank feature. Could tonight be the night? Could Zach be a dark horse tonight in the Bob Haase Memorial? Last year this race was his best finish of the year when he took home 7th. Off at turn number 4 this time. I believe it will be 3 laps to go. Zach Zeitner continues to show the way. Ben Schaller runs second. Tad Pospisil, Kyle Burke, they run third and fourth with Jeff Segabart, Joey Haase, and Andy Eichhoff. 2 sticks up, 2 to go. Now Zach Zeitner doing a great job holding down the race lead. Schaller trying to fend off Pospisil. It has been a back and forth battle between Pospisil and Kyle Burke the last few weeks on the West Tour as Zeitner takes the white flag. Quarter of a mile to go for the J.D. Wyman powered Black Diamond chassis, number 76. The son of awesome Al Zeitner shows it into 3 for the final time. Checker flag is out, and Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 3 will go to Zach Zeitner. Ben Schaller is second, Tad Pospisil, Kyle Burke, and then it's Jeff Segabart, Joey Haase, and Andy Eichhoff will round out the field. So one more time, race fans, as he comes off at turn number 4, your winner of Dynamic Drivelines heat race number 3. He comes to us from Bellevue, Nebraska in the Zeitner & Sons Transport, Stumpy's Custom Creations, Predator Custom Trailers, Blaha Services, Celinda's Daycare, number 76. Let him hear you, Norfolk, Zach Zeitner. On his outside, last year's Bob Haase Memorial pole setter from Ames, Iowa, the 22 of Charlie McKenna. Row number 3 on the inside. It'll be the 10 out of Norfolk. It is Junior Coover. On his outside, fellow Norfolk native, the 14 of Chase Osborne. Row number 3 on the inside from Gibbon, Nebraska. That's the 85 of Josh Leonard. On his outside from Madison, Nebraska, the 21T of Travis Dickus. And your 7th and final starter making his Malvern Bank Series debut from Stratford, Iowa. That'll be the 26 of Preston Stoker. So it will be the Iron Man on the point. Charlie McKenna doing a great job this year. 3rd in the West standings, 4th in the East. And off at turn number 4, we are ready to do battle here in Kosiski Auto Parts heat race number 4. It will be to France to take the race lead as they go to 1. Oh, and a pile of Charlie McKenna got sideways and Junior Coover nowhere to go. McKenna able to speed away, but Coover is stuck over in turn number 1. Caution out. Caution on the speedway for Junior Coover. I believe who currently lives in Omaha, originally from Boston, does a lot of great job working for NASA, but brought his friend Spike out from Omaha to join us here at the Off Road Speedway. We'll see what Charlie can do. Off at turn number 4, we're back to green. Much cleaner start here as we get Kosiski Auto Parts heat race number 4 up and running. 3 wide momentarily for third is Travis Dickus. He's going to sidestep Chase Osborne and Josh Leonard. Well, just I say that Osborne quickly tries to return the favor, but off at turn number 4, Darrell DeFrance, the leader after 1. Charlie McKenna runs second. Battle for third is on between Travis Dickus and Chase Osborne. Off the bottom, and now McKenna, a lot of tire rub on that 22 machine. That is some serious tire rub. Maybe suspension damage could be on the 22 machine. Either that or the fender's just folded in that far. That tire probably not going to last much longer around here. Travis Dickus looking at it, just watching him, May looking for an opportunity to pounce as McKenna tries to run down to France for the race lead. Travis Dickus. Different body panels on that 21T. Normally a red and black 21T, but tonight just the solid black with the red 21 on the side of that machine. Here goes Osborne looking to poke the nose underneath Josh Leonard for the 3rd spot. Not going to happen there. Leonard will maintain 4th. Halfway home, and it's been all Darrell DeFrance right now. The Carl Pre-owned Chevrolet T&R Concrete Arnold Motor Supply number 99D looking good so far. DeFrance looking for another top 10 finish. DeFrance, one of the 3 drivers contesting the West and the East Series in 2021. 2 to go this time. Darrell DeFrance remains your leader. But Charlie McKenna trying to do everything he can. This will be a big help. McKenna, I believe he's about 100 points back of that battle for the championship points lead, but he still holds down 3rd right now. This could be a big run if Burke and Pospisil are off their game tonight. McKenna could pounce. Down the backstretch for the final time. McKenna with one last shot at DeFrance, but the tire is going to hold up, but it will be Darrell DeFrance to win Kosiski Auto Parts heat race number 4. McKenna hangs on for 2nd. Then it's Travis Dickus, Josh Leonard, Chase Osborne, Junior Coover, and Preston Stoker to round out the field.
And Charlie McKenna, if you look at that right front, something broke on that because it was it was really towed out, and when he lifted on it, it came down. So something's broken that front suspension on that right front.
We give it up for him, race fans. He goes down the front stretch. Your winner of Kosiski Auto Parts Heat Race number 4. He hails from Marshalltown, Iowa. In the Carl Performance Parts, Rumor Sports Bar, Hay Construction, Arnold Motor Supply, Action Auto Parts, DNR Concrete, number 99D. Let him hear you in Norfolk, the Iron Man, Daryl DeFrance. The best late model drivers in America's heartland are ready to do battle one final time. And when they come off of turn number 4, get up and make some noise. Norfolk, Nebraska, the time has come to scream, shout, and let it all out. You can only hope to contain them because you can't beat them. The best of the West, the Malvern Bank Super Late Models. This is going to be a dogfight to the finish. Kyle Burke and Tad Pospisil, the top 2 in the points. Only 2 points separate them. Here we go. 9th ever visit here to the Off Road Speedway. Caution flag is out. Tad Pospisil, last year's winner, on the pole. Field comes off at turn number 4, and green flag is out. The Bob Haase Memorial main event is underway. 35 laps will go by fast here. Off at turn number 2, Pospisil will take the race lead. Everyone sorts it through 1 and 2 the first time. Pospisil on his home soil. He was number 1 qualifier. We got trouble in the back. Ben Sukup goes around, sending the field scattering. The caution is out. One to go signal given to starter Larry White. We go green the next time by here. What kind of turn will the championship battle take here after 35 laps? We'll try it again. Pospisil and Burke on the front row, and we are green once again at Off Road Speedway for the Bob Haase Memorial. Burke was all sort of out of shape going off at turn number 4, and Pospisil able to break away early again. 2 and 3 wide in the middle of the pack. 3 wide there as Leonard and Zeitner split Jake Neal, but off at turn number 4 this time, Pospisil will lead the lap. Kyle Burke runs second. Travis Dickus already up to the 3rd spot. Jim Johnson runs 4th. Justin Zeitner in the top 5 after the first circuit, but a lot of mad shuffling from about 7th on back. Josh Leonard and Dylan Schmier going side by side there for position number 7. Schmier going to pull ahead of the 85. Meanwhile, Darrell DeFrance trying to get to the inside, trying to make that work. Kind of a lockdown track for the time being. Brian Kosiski trying to shuffle Jake Neal back. Neal, he gathered some valuable points after his win at Deschler 2 weeks ago. We got trouble in the back again. 4 cars go around, and Ben Sukup somehow found room on the outside to get by. Zach Zeitner, Corey Zeitner, Junior Coover, and Chris Johnson all get collected. We are under caution again. So 3 laps in the books this time. And then the final 2 nights of action for the Malvern Bank West Series, Friday and Saturday, October 1st and 2nd for championship weekend at the I-80 Speedway in Greenwood, Nebraska. That is the rest of the tour for the Malvern Bank West Series. We're ready to get back to it. Caution lights are out. We're ready to get back to it. Tad Pospisil brings us off of 4, and we're back to green here in Norfolk. Pospisil trying to get, I believe, his 5th win of the season and his 2nd on his home soil. Trying to go back-to-back and regain the championship lead. Pospisil is 2 points behind Burke. They were tied at one point in the standings. I believe they were tied going into our 2nd round at Lakeside. Tad ended up winning that night. Kyle Burke having an off night there. A tough break. But now Burke trying to run down Pospisil. Travis Dickus doing a good job holding down the 3rd spot. Now Justin Zeitner to the inside of Jim Johnson. That's for 4th. Little bit of hargy-bargy there through 3 and 4. Zeitner elbows Johnson. And Johnson's going to lose 2 spots out of that deal. So tough right there. One of the Off Road Speedway regulars going to lose some spots. And lap traffic is going to become a reality for your leader here before too long. Tad Pospisil shows the way. Kyle Burke trying to do everything to chase him down. High-speed line dance right now as the leaders get into lap traffic here. Junior Coover out of shape in front of the leaders. Coover gets it off the track just in time. Coover gets it to the infield. A tough right there for the Norfolk number 10. So now lap traffic not an issue, at least for this lap. Now Chase Osborne, good run to the inside. He'll sidestep Josh Leonard. Osborne trying to take Charlie McKenna with him. McKenna having to win one of the B features to make it into the show tonight. And meanwhile, Kyle Burke closing in as we are now 10 laps in the books, 25 to go here at the Bob Haase Memorial. Kyle Burke trying to gain ground on Pospisil. It's about a 7/200ths advantage that Pospisil has over Burke this time. high 14-second lap times right now for the leaders. Pospisil gained 3/10 that last time by, and now he's into lap traffic. This could play into Burke's hands. Burke now in the catbird seat as they go into turn number 3, but he's got to close in on him. Still a good amount of distance between himself and Tad Pospisil. Travis Dickus running back in position number 3. Great run there for the 2-time series champion out of Madison. How about this? You have got... Here we go. The podium spots are now going in as the lap traffic goes in. Look at that top 3 right now. Pospisil, Burke, and Dickus. You're looking at about 12 series championships between the top 3 runners right now. Pospisil, a 3-time champ after sweeping both titles last year. Burke, the 7-time West Series champion. Travis Dickus, a 2-time champ in his right. Justin Seidner now is in the mix. Here comes the 62. And now Zach Zeidner is going to be the first back marker. Damaged nose on the 76 as the laps continue to wind down. We are now about 2 laps shy of halfway. Right now, Tad Pospisil continues to show the way. Right now, he's led every lap up to this point. Kyle Burke is there, ready to make something happen. Travis Dickus runs 3rd, Justin Zeidner 4th, Andrew Kaziski the top 5, then it's Dylan Schmier, Darrell DeFrance, Ben Schaller, Jim Johnson, and Kurt Schroeder. That is the top 10. I believe we are 1 lap shy of halfway at this point. Again, we had to start the race a little bit early there just to beat out Mother Nature. Not the first time we've had to do this. Right now, Pospisil into lap traffic. Zeidner's going to get forced out of the bottom lane. Burke will follow on the low side. And now Jake Neal's going to be the next car to go a lap down. So the winner of our last round, the last car on the lead lap at this point. Kyle Burke trying to do everything he can to close in on your leader. It's about a 7/10 advantage that that Pospisil has over Burke going in. Pospisil continues to lead it. This time, it opens up by a couple hundredths, and now Zach Zeidner off the track. Here comes Travis Dickus into the picture. Here comes the 21T out of Madison, trying to get the nose underneath for the 2nd spot. I believe this could result in a tie if Pospisil and Burke finish 1 and 2 right now. Only 2 points separate them. This could be a tie going into the Yankee Dirt Track Classic. We have a tight points battle on the East Series and an even tighter one here on the West Tour. And now Burke is starting to lose ground. Here goes Dickus to the inside. Dickus took a shot, but Burke slammed the door on him as they went into turn 3. Laps continue to wind down. 12 laps remain this time. Tad Pospisil has led every circuit so far here in the 2021 Bob Haase Memorial. Trying to get his 2nd win on his home soil, 11 to go. Burke maybe trying to save the car a little bit because now next time by we will have 10 laps to go. Lap traffic is almost double wide in front of your leader. Pospisil has the rolling roadblock in front of him, 10 to go. Kyle Burke trying to do everything he can to chase him down. Justin Zeidner trying to get by Travis Dickus for the final podium spot. Pospisil, he's your leader with 9 laps left, and lap traffic is heavy in front of him. How does this play out? Pospisil trying to squeak underneath Neal. Neal makes the car wide. Pospisil stays on the lead lap. Here goes Justin Zeidner to the inside of Travis Dickus. JC takes over 3rd as they go into 3. Pospisil remains your leader. Kyle Burke closing in now. Only 3/10 separated the top 2 that time by. Neal not going to make it easy on the 2nd place in the point standings right now. Pospisil opened it up by 2/10 that time by. 7 to go. Pospisil trying to run out the clock and tighten up the points battle going into Farley next weekend. 6 to go. It's been a tight one so far. Pospisil hasn't been able to put the one at Jake Neal down a lap, and Kyle Burke hasn't able to make great progress on the 04. 5 laps this time here at Norfolk. 5 laps to go in the Bob Haase Memorial. And now Justin Zeidner with a big run on Kyle Burke. Zeidner trying to close in on him for the for the second spot. Travis Stickets back there in fourth. Good run for the 21T. 4 to go this time. Pospisil still the leader. Good battle for fifth right now. Andrew Kaczynski fending off Dylan Schmier for position. Schmier trying to poke that nose underneath Kaczynski for the fifth spot. And now Pospisil continues to show the way. 3 laps to go at the stripe for the North Fork, Nebraska 04. Now he's able to open it up down the back straightaway. I think Burke's a little bit better off at turn 4, but Pospisil better off at 2. 2 sticks up, 2 laps to go this time for the 04, Tad Pospisil. Pospisil trying to go back-to-back in the Bob Haase Memorial and tighten up this points battle again. Going into Farley next week. White flag out, final trip around. Down the back straightaway they go for the final time. Tad Pospisil not trying to press the issue too much as they go to 3. It'll be his second Bob Haase Memorial win. Tad Pospisil will win here at Off Road Speedway. Kyle Burke is second. Justin Zeitner is third. Travis Stick is fourth. Andrew Kaczynski in the top 5. Then it's Dylan Schmier, Daryl DeFrance, Ben Schaller, Jim Johnson, and Robert Osborne to round out the top 5. So give it up for race fans, your winner for the second year in a row, the winner of the Bob Haase Memorial, and he's tightened up the points battle again from right here at North Fork, the 04, Tad Pospisil.